Hey YouTube, and welcome to the first ever episode of Bleacher Bums. We're the so-called experts, and we're here with your weekly sports debate. Today, I got my buddy Wes Ryan here with me. He's a lifelong hockey and baseball fan, and he's going to go over our topics for the day.
How's it going? Our topics are below plan.
Alrighty. So, you know what? Let's start with playoffs. Wes, who we got coming out of the Dallas, Minnesota? Hey YouTube, and welcome to the first ever episode of Bleacher Bums. We're the so-called experts, and we're here with your weekly sports debate. Today, I got my buddy Wes Ryan here with me. He's a lifelong Hey YouTube, and welcome to the first ever episode of Bleacher Bums. We're the so-called experts, and we're here with your weekly sports debate. Today, I got my buddy Wes Ryan here with me. He's a lifelong hockey and baseball fan, and he's going to go over our topics for the day.
How's it going? Our topics are below plan.
Alrighty, one ever. So let's jump right into it. NHL playoff brackets. Who do you got coming out of what round, or in the first round, and why?
Out of the first round, I have Dallas over Minnesota. I think Dallas is too good. Dallas is just too much depth on that team, and these fans shouldn't be on that team. Hands down, Minnesota is not going to have pretty big series over 6 games.
I got Dallas in 5. I think it's going to come down to that. I think they got the better goaltending duo. Dubnyk not going to do well there. Parise out. It's game. You got him in 5. All right, next.
Chicago, St. Louis. I have Chicago 5 games. I know St. Louis won the first game. Elliott played really good. I think Chicago bounce back. I win bigger before they've done it. Like there's no. I think they just come out with 4 straight games. Bang, 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 bang. St. Louis is going home.
I got Chicago in 6. St. Louis, they got that history of choking in the playoffs. Goaltending, great in regular season, doesn't always carry over to playoffs. Chicago's got that core that's been there, done that. So, you know what, Chicago in 6. Hit me with the next series.
Anaheim, Nashville.
Nashville in 5. No, Anaheim. I'm going to go Anaheim in 6.
Anaheim 6 is what I have with Anaheim 6.
I think Rene and Weber aren't enough to overcome Anaheim.
I think the goaltending goes to Nashville, but the depth of the overall team goes to Anaheim. Anaheim is just going to be too powerful offensively for Nashville to keep up.
Yeah, Perry and Getzlab are just going to be too much. Alrighty, hit me. What's next? Who do we got left?
San Jose and the Kings.
San Jose, and I think that one's going to go 6 or 7. I'm going to take San Jose in 6, just for argument's sake.
I have San Jose in 7. I think San Jose is a better team than the Kings. I think it's going to be a decent series, the best series out of the first round. Personally, I'm a fan. There's obviously some ex-leagues on that team that I want to see win. And I think they get past the Kings. I just think the Kings are going to have trouble scoring, where San Jose is going to play their defensive style game, and they're going to win.
Alright, well, so we got it. We got San Jose, as well as Anaheim coming out of the West, with Chicago and Dallas. Wow, I'm lacking here. Alrighty. East. Take it away. Pittsburgh series.
Pittsburgh series. We're going to start with that one. Okay.
I think that's the headliner.
Rangers. I don't think Zach Hoffman played really that well. He played well the first one, but I don't think he's consistent enough. He doesn't have the experience to be consistent enough.
How many games? I got Rangers in 5. I think that first game loss, Rangers are going to rally. Lundqvist is going to come back. He's going to play his heart out. And you know what? That's all she wrote for Pittsburgh.
He's just too good in high-pressure situations.
Pittsburgh needs a shake-up. Simple as that.
All right, Washington or Philly?
All right, got to go Washington here. Philly, although they're my dark horse team out of the East, Washington takes it, and simple as that. You got Washington in 5, Holtby, combined with that offensive scoring depth up front right now. Hands down, Philly's got no chance.
I have Washington in 5 as well. I watched the game tonight. Holtby got a shadow. He only had to make 19 saves. That's not going to go good. Philly can't get pucks from it. They're not going to win. And you got Voracek, Giroux, and that's your top 3 in there. Then you go to Washington, you got Ovechkin, Baxter,
That's all.
Like, those are their top 3. You know what? And honestly, I choose the Washington top 3 over any of the Philly players. You know what? I just think Philly with Washington playoffs. I think they're very lucky.
Philly just doesn't have it.
They don't have it in them. I just don't see them having it. I think Washington's just going to roll over them.
All right, next, who do you got?
Florida and the Islanders, I have Florida. Even though Florida lost tonight.
I think you got to go Florida here. Islanders, they don't have it. They don't have that experience. Florida, you got Lou and Yager to captain that team.
The only reason I have a feeling that Florida wins this series is not because of the overall team. Halak being out is a huge issue for the Islanders. You cannot depend on a guy like Thomas Bryce to lead you to a series win. There's no way. He cannot do it. He's only a backup. That is it. He's not a starter. He cannot lead you. He's a backup.
Yeah, you know what? Islanders got no chance. I think it's simple as that. To kick it off to the hotly debated Tampa Bay Detroit series. And the only reason this is hotly debated to me is the injuries Tampa has. I think a healthy squad, all in all, Tampa goes all in. Goodbye Detroit. Goodbye Datsuk. But we're not talking a healthy Tampa squad. We're talking an injury-plagued Tampa squad without arguably one of the better players in the league in Steven Stamkos. And you know what? You got Bishop. You got a good core. They won the game 1, but all in all, it's going to come down to Tampa just doesn't have it. Detroit takes it in 7, and Datsuk leaves with at least another playoff victory under his belt.
I agree. 7 games Detroit, and I think Steven Stamkos not being there is going to be a huge factor. Okay, I like Tampa. I like the way that they play. I like the team that they've assembled. However, without your leader out there, it's a rough. It's going to be a rough series for them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're obviously going to fight. They're going to fight their way. They're going to force that game 7, but they're just not going to have enough left in that tank where you'd have your big name starters out there trying to help you win the game.
No, Bishop's going to falter.
Yeah, Bishop will fall through under the pressure. Either that or he'll get injured again like he did last year.
All right, cut to the Leafs. Let's go. Nazem Kadri, Morgan Riley signed matching 6-year deals. Kadri at 4.5, Riley at 5 a year. You got Kadri at 25 years old. You lock him up till he's 31. Riley, you got him locked up till he's 28. Reaction?
Love it. Love the signing. As we were talking before, Krejci, or David Krejci, is basically Nazem Kadri. That's what Nazem Kadri is going to turn into when Babcock is done with him. It's not going to be about getting that point after point after point after point after point. He's going to be playing about that lockdown centerman role on the second line. He excelled under Babcock. They even admitted he's not a first-line centerman. Sure, 4.5 is pricey for a second-line center, but hey, that's the going rate contract nowadays. Can't do anything about it. But Riley thing, in my mind, that's fantastic signing. Price is pretty good. In the next couple of years, he's going to show what he's truly made of. He's going to excel under Babcock. I think, give him 3-4 years, he'll be a number 1 defenseman. And in about 5 years, he'll win in Norris. It's a bold statement, but I believe the kid has it in him. It's not that hard Well, it is hard when you're going from the worst team in the NHL and you're still dropping 36 points a season. It's ridiculous. The kid, he's great offensively, and the sad part is he had 36 points, and he wasn't even allowed to touch the power play in the beginning of the season.
I definitely think they're both trending up in the right directions. I think with
touch it, and then after he learned that defensive style and worked towards the defensive, Babcock was like, all right, here's your reward.
I do believe Babcock has got a great relationship with both these players, and you know what, they're both turning up respectively. Riley overall, Kadri in his face-off game, like you said, he's going to become more of that second-line defensive shutdown center, which is what the Leafs need. And you know what, Riley, I don't know how you argue with that kind of talent, no matter what. Very deserving of his contract. Lock him up through most of their prime years. You know what, Leafs did it right. They set a core to rebuild around. Alrighty, go here. We want to go to Trevor's story now?
Why not? Give your star. Hands down. The 45th overall pick.
The big story in baseball. First rounder, 45th overall in 2011. Shortstop out of Texas. Clocked at 96 miles per hour on his fastball in high school.
You know, last year he was ranked 99th overall prospect in the whole MLB system.
Yeah.
Number 99. That's pretty good to be in the top 100.
No, for sure. And you know what?
And like, even when they had Tool, they still had plans to bring this kid up. They had him playing in Double A and Triple A. They had him moving from shortstop to third base to second base. They'd be that utility man. So if once he comes up, he can play anywhere they need him to play as long as his bat is in that lineup.
I do agree with that. Yeah, you got to get that bat in the lineup. I see a lot of third and shortstop here. Second in the most recent years. To me, he looks like he fits that Giants mold, where it's you're looking at a guy who can play multiple positions well, so you can get that bat in the lineup.
No, it's very true. But the one player he truly reminds me of, a lot of people are not like this. A-Rod.
You know what? I had that discussion the other day. He comes up, he's got that A-Rod type tower when A-Rod came up. The biggest difference between him and A-Rod, he has the ability to stay at shortstop from what I have seen so far.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's only what, 8, 9 games in the season.
Oh, we're more than 9. I am 9 games, yeah.
9 games in the season. A lot can change, but I think he stays constant. I think he's become the superstar Colorado needs to move forward with. I think it is.
I mean, he's got a future scheme. He was in the future scheme. He was an organizational all-star in 2012. Mid-season all-star in 2014 in the California League. Double A all-star for Baseball America in 2015. PCL, he played in the PCL, won Player of the Week. Already NL Player of the Week.
Proven at every level he's gone to, he can excel. He can move to where he needs to go. Now the real test is here in the majors. He's off to a great start, but he needs to keep it.
And you know what? The one thing I'm looking at for him, he has a very good batting average on balls in play. Very rarely grounds into a double play. Grounds into a lot of double play opportunities.
With this new rule, guaranteed no.
Let's not go there yet. The extra base pop, definitely been there throughout his career.
Yep.
He's got the speed, for sure. He doesn't strike out too much. He's got the potential to be a 2020 guy every year, in my personal opinion. Especially in that environment in Coors Field. It would not shock me to see him hit 30, 40 homers a season. As for, we're already hearing talk of Rookie of the Year for him.
It's 9 games in the season. Truly done an amazing 9 games.
I think.
But you know, it's too early to be talking about Rookie of the Year. Way too early.
Rookie of the Year. It is early to talk about it, but I feel he hits 10 more homers, steals 10 bases, hits at a 255 clip for the rest of the season. He's gonna have 17 homers, 262 average, with 10 stolen bases, and you know what? You could say what? He has 50 RBIs between now and the end of the season. That's a lock for Rookie of the Year. You got a shortstop
It is
hitting
what,
262 with
especially with him being a shortstop.
with
You look at
17 homers and 58 RBIs, 10 stolen bases. I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't care where you play, but that
yeah,
is ridiculous. That's just with
especially
100 games.
to come up as a rookie too.
That's their projection for him to play 99 games. That's what they're projecting him at. And I think if he plays the full 162, stays healthy, so you get him in 130, let's say, give him a couple rest days, long season, he's gonna they're not gonna propel Colorado to a playoff spot by any means,
No, but it's one big step for that organization.
but they did find a good replacement for Tulo, hands
They did
down.
him. Well, and what else helped a lot was Reyes getting into legal trouble.
Reyes is just sitting there shaking his head. No,
Just think, if Reyes didn't get into legal trouble, he probably would never see it.
You know what?
He probably
Story did put up such a great spring training. I don't think the Reyes wanted, or the Rockies wanted Reyes around anymore. It kind of became evident at the end of last season to me. So, you know what? Um, I definitely see. He's their future shortstop, and I do believe he would have been there in the long run. Do you think he would have had at bats this year? I don't think he would have been the everyday shortstop, but
No, I think he would have
he
been
would have been
riding
splitting
fine.
time with. No, he would have been splitting time with Reyes, hands down. They're sick of Reyes. Sick of Reyes' defensive errors.
Watching the Jays for years, the guy that had the most errors year after year after year, Jose Reyes.
Put him up there with Double E, E3.
Yep. Yep.
Alrighty, slide rule. Here we go. The hottest topic.
Oh, I hate it.
I I can see where you're coming from. Let's just go over this for everyone else. So, we're going to link the Chase Utley slide that broke Ruben Tejada's leg. We're going to link Chris Coughlin breaking Jung Ho Kang's leg in here in a minute. But they after those brutal slides, they adopted a new rule, Rule 6.01, the Chase Utley rule. So a bona fide attempt to slide when breaking up a double play and must be able to remain on the base into which they are sliding. Contact with the fielder is permitted as long as a bona fide slide is made by the runner, and a bona fide slide is defined by these 4 criteria. He has to begin his slide before reaching the base, is able and attempts to reach the base with his hand or his foot, is able and attempts to remain on the base except for home plate. You gotta slide through that after completion of the slide, and slides within reach of the base without changing his pathway for the purpose of initiating a contact with the fielder. You know what? I think they're making the steps to protect their middle infielders like they did their catchers. Catchers won, not sold on, play at the plate, exciting as it can be. Sure, Buster Posey got really hurt, but you know what? It is what it is. They know what they're signing up for. But these takeout slides in the last few years at second have just gotten outrageously ridiculous. I don't blame the league for adopting this rule. I think the wording needs to be changed, but that's about it.
I hate this rule with passion. As you said, like that Colby Rasmus, okay? There is no intention to injure there, okay? All you want to do is break up.
Colby's got that history of going in, spikes up. He kept that leg up. That is a dangerous play. It is reminiscent to me of the Chris Coughlin slide. And to me, I don't know how you
Basically, what you're saying
defend
is
Rasmus there.
if a ball hits 58 of your shortstop or second baseman, you can't do what you have to do to make up that play. Basically, you just got to sit there and take that double play.
No, I still believe there are ways to wipe out the double play. Most of that is a direct slide into the base. But don't go in with your cleats up. Don't go in trying to spike someone. None of that stupid roll slides that we were seeing people do last year, where they would kind of tuck and roll in a second to wipe them out at the knees.
You know, you suspend them. You suspend them. You do that. You don't put in the stupid rule where nobody can go to second base and try to break up a double play, okay? This is ridiculous.
You know,
No, it is baseball. You gotta get used to it.
They saw suspensions. Utley was suspended.
Yeah, and then he appealed it. He was let off of it.
Because they didn't feel the gravity of the game anymore, and I think the new rule, Utley should have stayed suspended, no doubt. Major League messed that one up. But I don't think you can go suspending all of them. Some of them are accidental plays. This is meant for the 8 to 10 slides every year that everyone looks at and goes, how did he get away with that?
8 to 10 a year, right? That's what you just said?
Yep, 8 to 10 a year.
The first 10 games, like for each team this year, there's already been at least 5 already called. The umpires are getting out of it and they're ruining the game.
I don't think it's going down on the umpires ruining the game. I have it as the clubhouse ruining the game. I don't think they should be allowed to go to some video guy up there and get 4 different looks before challenging. I think if you truly feel it's a play that needs to be challenged, no outside contact, keep it in the dugout, boom, go challenge that. Because you know what, you watch.
I agree with that challenge, but you want to know what? I just hate this rule. It bugs me almost as much as my catcher's rule. Okay, baseball to me growing up was, you want to know what? If you're a catcher, you better get ready for collision.
You got to know how to protect yourself. I agree. Yeah. I totally agree, and I think it does take away the beauty of middle infielders.
It's just ridiculous.
But when it comes down to it, it's the right rule. They got to protect their players. You know what, though? Let's Bautista slide. Bautista's. I'm perfectly okay with everything in the slide up until he reaches his arm out and tries to grab Forsythe.
Interfering with it. The second baseman. You don't interfere with him. But I know what? I'm alright with that rule. But like just seeing Rasmus in that, that was ridiculous. You wanna know what? He slid wide of the bag, okay? Wide. He didn't even slide into the bag. He slid wide and tried to reach for the bag, and they called for that rule. That rule was dumb. Like, you're just gonna ruin the game.
Rasmus was called more or less for the leg sticking up and the fact he started his slide late. Bautista, he's out. Forsythe threw that ball away regardless.
So you think Rasmus, if he doesn't slide there, he gets pegged in the head with the ball? Yeah.
No, I think Rasmus waited too late to start a slide. He needed to go in earlier. And he needs to get that front leg down. You know what, folks? I think we're going to end it on that note. We're not going to reach consensus on this one. This is just going to go. Thank you for watching the first episode of Bleacher Bums. We are the so-called experts, and we will be back